Relax, sit down. Coming out of BE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino's shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Namaste, everybody. Wow, so cool to have everybody online tonight. Tonight we are here at Gino's spot, that's right, to cheer you poor bastards up after God knows how long in lockdown with like no booze. All you've got is a little bit of weed at the back. That's right. And tonight, hello Wendy Tompkins Thompson. Nice to see you, Brian Wilkinson Sword. Yeah, that's right. Nice to have you online. And I've got, obviously, tonight, woo, the folk club is on. 4 wins. 4 wins, that's right. I used to be a member. I'm actually a member. I was a past member. I got kicked out because I formed the 5 wins. Because I was like that extra wind. Because I eat lots of lentils. In fact, my name is Lentil Fasahi. And so the 5 wins, you know, being a past member, I'm like the past wind. Yeah, that was me. And I'm what you call a hobosexual, which means if you're homosexual, you get into a relationship to find somewhere to stay. Yeah, that's right. And I hope everyone's got their drinkies ready. I've got my drinky, thanks to Fetch and Leeds. Here's my shrine. Check it out. Whoa! Can you check out my shrine? That's my Fetch and Leeds shrine because I've got the pink juice. That's right. A little bit of infusion, let's say, with the Fetch and Leeds. It makes any cocktails good. And let me tell you, Fetch and Leeds, you can put anything in your glass, you fill it up with that, and it tastes nice enough to drink. Extra angle there, that's right. Thanks, guys. Cheers to everybody, and welcome to Gino's spot, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The drugs and alcohol tonight with the folk club. That's where we're going to have it. Tell you all about the folk club. Exactly what's happening at the folk club. How to get involved. How to get namaste yourself with the folk club. That's right. I mean, drugs and rock and roll. They get such a bad rap, man. They just get such a bad rap. Drugs have got a bad rap. When you consider what they've given us, like rock and roll for one, and like sporting achievements, you know. I mean, what's wrong with that? Hi, Peter Fraser. I nearly read it as Peter Eraser. You don't want that. You want to rub out Peter. Peter and Leslie Fraser watching from Milton Keynes in the UK. Fabulous to have you there, Milton Keynes. Hello, guys from UK. Your pounds are so expensive, bro. Ray Hizaroth. Hello, Ray. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Ray. Lekker is there folk clubs. Folk club guys are here tonight as well. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to start off with a little song. I think we're going to hit the little song, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to sing along with me. All right. That's right. A bit of wow. That's right. Let's get into the feel of things. Jillian, woman, hi, Kathy Marsh, and Pat Fields, alone. That's right. Sean Hosey's still got the right man. There I stood, his wrath is watching. So full of Kelly Jean. Alaskattable. Shadows, sing it, shadows, 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 shadows. I'm waiting, 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 waiting in the shadows, 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 shadows. The lion hunting down Mary Gillies. How's it? How's it? What's up, boo? What's up? Michelle Townsend and Mark, your husband, sitting there in your home. Okay, a little bit of dance. Extra camera angles, let's go. Oh, Kathy Marsh. Oh, Kathy. Ah! I must have been through an attack. Love the new hairstyle, Gino. Isabel Blackman is watching from Joburg. And now it's for you there. Shadow, 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 shadow. I'm waiting, 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 waiting in the shadows, shadow, shadow, shadow. The lion hunting down the love, crying, crying, oh, with the hunger, hunger, hunger. Isabel Blackman. Oh. Hi, Errol, Lucas, Healy. Missing the live shows, I'm sure you are. Okay, the ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get on with things happening here tonight. We first of all, that's so tiring, so tiring. All right, first of all, we're going to hit you tonight with our sponsors. Our sponsors are Mobia for the internet, thank you very much. And Fitch and Leeds, our fantastic sponsor. And we are going to do our Fitch and Leeds duties here tonight because we have Justin showing you how to make a little mocktail, I think, tonight. Take it away, Just.
When the sun goes down and you need a little tipple, Fitch and Leeds have got a flavor for the people.
Hey guys, welcome back to Magical Mixologist. Today we've got a real simple and easy drink for you. So I'm actually going to back up a step, like a whole step backwards, like our country is taking, and explain to you how we make these weird and wonderful syrups that we have. So today I'm going to be using rosemary syrup, but it's real simple and easy, guys. It's 1 part water, 1 part sugar into a pot, a little bit of heat on it, you bring it to a boil, and you infuse whatever flavor you're going to be using for that specific drink. So yeah, literally super easy, super simple. This week I used rosemary. If I use berries, I'll blitz the berries, chuck it into the mixture, let it boil and let it sit for about an hour. So yeah, that's how I unlocked this massive archive of flavor. So yeah, today, rosemary syrup, literally straight over the ice, and we are just adding our Fitch and Leeds Indian tonic. Oops, don't overflow it. There we go. Possibly the easiest thing I'll do all week. Cheers, guys.
Fitch and Leeds have got a mixer that'll fix you on the table.
Fitch and Leeds, the bespoke mixer for the discerning individual.
There we go. You can just make your own syrup at home, just like that. Save yourself some money. Make it with your bread or your pineapple beer on the side. And then mix it up with some Fitch and Leeds. Lovely. Thank you very much, Justin. Always outdoing himself, that young lad. Sue Patterson. Hi, Sue Patterson. Hello, Sue Patterson. Lovely to see you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the Folk Club on tonight on Gino's Spot. I wanted to bring on the guys from the Folk Club to explain what's going on, because the Folk Club had a great impact on my musical career in the early days, and I know all around the country there are these folk clubs. They are everywhere. and they are fantastic for, especially for musos that are starting out as well. And it goes right the way from the pro guys right the way through to amateurs, and I think that's the whole beauty of it. But we have got our PE Folk Club guys in here tonight, and I'm going to call on Alasdair Gillies, who is there. Hello, Alasdair, is head of the committee.
Hello. Thank you
Lovely
for taking
to
those
have
words
you
out of my
here.
mouth. But thanks, lovely to be here. We've tried. You're the only guys that would have us, so we've tried all sorts of
You know.
places to have us. But this,
Well,
we
I-
come
I
up trumps.
can
Thank
tell
you.
It's the same. It was the same thing with me as well when I started playing. Alasdair, you guys were the only guys that would have me.
I don't believe that. We lost
right,
out.
we
Yeah,
were-
we.
we were riding out. We were riding around in my little Beetle with a whole bunch of drums in the back, and with the
Yeah,
band and
yeah.
the guitars, and we didn't have anywhere to play, and no pubs would take us. And Sean
And the
Goos was there.
forwards.
He was there. Sean Goos was there. I see you saying hello. He's saying hello to Alasdair. Sean,
Hi,
of course,
Sean.
from the pop shop days, and nobody would have us, and we thought the folk club, and we went to the folk club, and there you guys were, and you took us in like little puppies, and you said have a go on stage, and we had the best time ever. Just that,
And that was the
little
whole
bit a
thing
spark.
of the whole thing of the folk club, to take in homeless musicians that needed a home to play, and we produced some professionals out of it, I think. And we did,
Absolutely,
certainly. Yeah,
oh,
I can't
wow,
even
that's
remember
a-
half of them. There's so many. Yeah.
Little message here for you, sir.
Yeah. No, that's my dad. Hi, Laura. Yeah, we're roping everybody in. If
I
they
see
don't
that.
be in trouble. The family don't. And I hope all the Four Winds supporters are here tonight. All
They
three
are.
of them. Yeah,
They
fantastic.
are, I'm sure they are. Looks
Yeah,
like we've got
yeah,
a nice bunch of people online. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us, everybody. And
My
and,
pleasure, yeah.
and Alasdair, gee whiz, are you head of the committee at the moment?
Yes, I am, for my sins and whatever. I've been running it for the last few years. And I just wanted to sort of take an overview of, not too far back because I can't remember that far, but where we are currently, perhaps the last 4 or 5 years where we've come from. So I think
Yes,
we might
I-
even
we're
have
gonna do-
something
I think-
in the future.
We are going to do
To-
another show. We're going to do another show, and we're going to
It's
do the
gonna-
history. We're going to do the
That
history.
takes
of the
us
folk
right
club.
back to,
Yes.
back to the 60s, the 1860s, I think, somewhere around there. Yeah. So we're currently at the Music Kitchen, but take a few years back, we were at the same venue. It was called Tony's Place.
Yes.
And
Tony
we had some
Goodwin.
great times there. Rodney Goodwin was involved. He was head of the folk club at that time. And we had a great committee. We had lots of fantastic musicians coming through. I'm thinking people like Aston Wiley and Charlie Finch.
Yeah.
Particularly remember
Yes.
them in those days came through and
Yes, we just had them
did
on the
their
show.
thing. Have
about
gone on to
2 weeks
bigger
ago.
and better. Yeah.
Yes.
And then it was taken over by Mark Dorwood.
Yes.
For a while, changed a bit. And after a while, unfortunately, it didn't really work for us. Folk Club has always been looking for the sort of venue that's intimate, quiet, and Mark, the way it was more of a general pub, restaurant and things, and it was open 5, 6, 7 days a week. So people weren't necessarily coming in there to listen to the music and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which he agreed on. We sort of parted ways amicably. And we had a sort of stagnant point in that time where we looking for a venue again, something that
Yes.
was nice and intimate, and people would listen, because the whole point of
Yes.
these aspiring new musos, you really must have to listen to them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just getting
And we
the
did.
guys
We
in-
did in a year. We
Audience.
actually went around all sorts of different venues to try them out and see if they liked us and we liked them.
Yes.
Including the SWAT Clubs Yacht Club and the
Oh.
back to the Crusaders again as well.
Oh,
We
yeah.
tried that every month. But then we suddenly discovered this little coffee shop down in Newton Park called Alani Sami. And there was a great little venue, tiny little place. She serves Lani Samis, this lady that ran the place.
Was
Debbie
it
Ann
Third
Lovemore.
Avenue or Fourth Avenue? I can't.
It's 6th Avenue,
Sixth-
down 6th Avenue, right at the
Sixth
bottom.
Avenue.
Yeah.
Sixth Avenue.
Mm. And it was quite a nice little venue. It was very intimate, and even had couches on the stage, so people, when they came to listen, they could fall asleep. If it wasn't. There weren't
How
much
very
tension.
Mumford.
Yeah. And then unfortunately it closed down for various reasons, and Ian had started up at the Music Kitchen, and we popped along and saw him and said,
How's
how about
about
Folk
it?
Club? And he said, how about Folk Club? Yeah, no, it fell off my feet,
Fantastic.
So yeah, we started there, and it's been fantastic. Just what we want. Ian's been so supportive.
Ian is fantastic.
Yeah, and of course, I think the big thing is he only opens up for shows, so
Yes.
it's dedicated.
Yes, cool.
So we know the people coming along are coming to listen,
watch.
listen
Yes.
and watch. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's where we're at now. We've had 2, 3, 4 years already, or 3.5, and it's been absolutely great. What happens? We've had a bit of a dead time, obviously, the last few
Yes.
months, but
COVID time.
not sure what's going to happen when we can start up again. But we are very keen to. I can imagine.
I see,
and we
Mary,
built up quite a good following.
I
Mary
see
on
Mary's
again.
here too. Your wife is also watching here.
Yes, you know,
Oh,
she didn't.
the
she'd be in
Four Winds
trouble.
Music Club, she says.
Yeah.
She's correcting you.
Yeah, there was a very difference at some point in time. Unfortunately, we had to drop the folk because of the young guys didn't understand what folk was. So it was music. And I must say, just going ahead, that we're not stereotyped. I think we'll see on some of the videos we've got downloaded just the variants of music we have. Generally speaking, we're looking for something that's not too noisy. It's not heavy rock, heavy metal, but it can be a little bit electric. But any kind of genre, you know, jazz, funk, whatever.
I've always
And
seen it
folk,
as kind of Woodstock, you know, which was maybe it was my very first glimpse of the folk club was when Gary did and you guys did the Woodstock thing in 1989 already. And it was my very first gig ever. There's Ian Mitchell saying hello. Hello, Ian. Cheers to you, young man. I hope your bar's
talking
not,
about
not
you.
completely. His ears were ringing.
Yeah,
I hope
talking
your
about
bar's
you.
not empty. So get yourself a drink, young man. But yeah, so
the Woodstock.
My early one was the Woodstock, and we pushed in a whole bunch of Marshall amps. It was Sherrod Van Rooyen and myself and Rob Nell. And we played the Hendrix stuff, and it must have been very loud and very obnoxious. I'm sorry about that. In hindsight,
But that was part of the theme, I think. I mean, it wasn't,
yes,
you know,
it was.
the general sort of folk club stuff. Yeah.
But also just very telling of the way that the folk club people are. They are very understanding, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, so following on. So now we're at the Music Kitchen, as I said, and we've got a fantastic committee that's supporting us all, and we're going to introduce a few of them tonight. Claire was one of them. Unfortunately,
yes,
couldn't
Claire
make
Venn.
it. And Claire Fenn and Patrick Richardson, our sound man, our dedicated sound man, couldn't make it. But as for the rest, I'll introduce them, and it's
We
been
got them.
absolute pleasure having the guys on board, and I think we're
Absolutely.
going towards a more professional and more organised and more spick and span type of
Excellent
music thing.
How many years have you been chairman?
Currently, I was in '86. That's going on for a short while. And got
86?
fired, and then I've been sort of heading it up since about 2016.
Oh, look at that! There's Brent Kozak.
There you are, Brent Kozak. Yeah, we remember
absolutely.
him very well.
I might have played there with you.
Yeah.
Debut performance as a singer and guitarist was Nervous 3 songs at the Four Winds Folk Club years back at the Alsatian Club. Do you remember that down here?
Yeah, the Alsatian Club. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a way
nice
down
to
the
know
hill.
it's still
there.
going strong.
Yeah.
That's all Brent. And of course, his brother Alan does sound for us at Centre Stage as well. He's
That's right.
He's out
That's
in
right.
the-
Yeah. And still people ask, is the Four Winds still going? You know. And so, they're probably phoning from Russia or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few people that don't watch the news, eh? Or
Yes. No. You've got to keep fresh, huh? You've got to
fresh.
keep in
That's
there.
it. Yeah. Anyway,
All
if
right.
possible, I'd like to, before I introduce Doron, who is an ex-committee member, he
Yes.
had lots of business and other things that kept him busy, so he
The past wins.
can't past wins. He's going to speak. But I thought I'd start off with a really iconic, going back a bit, video clip of one of our old folk stalwarts, Ants Keo. Just for, and this is it's an iconic little, absolutely, yeah.
That was my dedication to Ants.
Yeah, fantastic. That's an iconic
amazing.
tune, that one, yeah. And it gets
Absolutely,
better
the
every time
train.
yeah, every time I listen to it, it gets better and better.
It's
Yep.
amazing.
And it's
and
not bad
that's
on
such-
one lung.
yes, absolutely. And such a lovely, soft-spoken guy. Just one of the best. Really, such
Yeah,
a legendary
yeah.
chap.
So if I can
All right.
welcome Doron to come and say a
Yes.
few words.
Let's bring Doron. Hello, Doron. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Gino?
Lekker, man. Nice guitar.
How you doing, Al? Thank you.
Very good. Good to see you. Yeah.
And you, mate. Great to be here.
Yeah. So Doron, tell us. Yeah, I know you had a couple of things you wanted to mention about folk club generally, and then
Yes.
sorry,
Yeah,
music
there
club.
is.
Mary.
I think a lot of the current committee members and yourself are probably more qualified to speak about the history of the Four Winds. It started for me in 1982, and I'll get to that story in just a bit. But for me, the standout reason for the existence of the Four Winds and why I'm such a strong supporter of the club is largely due to what it means to people and what it meant to me. So as an amateur musician around the early 80s and pondering my future career in music, I came down to Port Elizabeth to visit my brother, and I was invited to come and do a set at the Four Winds Folk Club, which in those days was in Parliament Street. I don't know if you remember that, Al. And
Just.
not knowing how things ran there, I arrived in my shorts with my guitar, and I did a 1.5 hour set of all my original songs and a few covers thrown in here and there. And the response I got convinced me to give a professional shot at music, and that it was well worth the risk, and that's what I did. So that's what the Four Winds does in essence. It allows an amateur musician the opportunity to get up on a stage in front of people who have all been through exactly what you're going through and do your thing. The audiences, as you said, are pretty much all very supportive of the artists, and it allows one the opportunity to find your groove in front of people who, in today's money, only pay $20 to get in. And since they have 4 artists on any given night, that boils down to about $5 a set, and that's excellent value. I mean, even the car guard makes more money than that. So the place is usually full of very chilled and relaxed people, just having a good time listening to music. And this ripples out because the newbies come and they play on the same bill as seasoned amateurs and professional performers, and they may well be asked to be one of the Four Winds' notorious theme shows. So
Yeah.
in my mind, that's what makes it different to all the other music clubs all over the country, and probably the reason why the Four Winds has been going for so long, you know.
Yeah, and at that point, I think one of the best shows we've done have been the theme shows. We've done it every year since we started up with Ian at the Music Kitchen. And Doron's going to just mention a few of those because he was very much involved. The very first one was a tribute Bob Dylan. Sorry,
Bob
Gino,
Dylan.
you can...
Yes.
Well,
no,
I don't really have them in my head. I don't have them in chronological order. But Blowing in the Wind was the Bob Dylan tribute, and we featured some awesome local bands such as Boondocks. Rodney Goodwin played there, Doron and Glenn Fuller. I remember Ants Keogh, who you mentioned earlier. Of course, the Judge and the Dodger, my late partner Ken Worthy and myself. The Mad Hatters played there. Maurice van Aarde was in that show, and so was Kendal and Leandra and Don Lindheim, and of course Rob Thompson. And that was the Blowing in the Wind tribute show we did. We also did a show, I remember, the School of Genreology. I think I still can't pronounce it.
There we go, genreology.
Still can't pronounce it. And there we had bands like, we had Violin Blue, Angela and Friends, we had the Fullbrooks, the awesome Alan Leslie was on there, Glenn Fuller was on, Etienne and Friends, who I know you're going to talk about just now. We had the young Afrikaans band Rede Twist was awesome, Dixon van Onselen and Roybart. Udaka played, and Anskio and Friends was in that one again. That was the School of Genreology. Awesome show. I hope you really got to see that one. My favorite.
It was all different genres, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, it was all
Jazz,
we had
Afrikaans,
jazz, we had Spanish, flamenco, you name it was there, reggae, and it was just an awesome show. The highlight of all the shows for me was the 27 Club show, because that we presented slightly differently as a radio show with the live music. And the 27 Club show was about all the musicians over the last 100 years who died at the age of 27. It's a phenomenon, this. And there we featured bands like Black Velvet Band, Damien Williams played there, Claire Venn played there, Axel played there, Anita Camus played there, the Fullbrooks, Rob Thompson again as always, and Sibo and the RJ Trio, if you remember those. Awesome show. And then of course my second favorite was the 69 show. And that was all songs released in the year of 69. No, Gino, no laughing. It's not about sex. And
of 69. I like that very, very much.
and that featured Bell and the Beard. The Folk Collective played there. Judge and the Dodger, we got an opportunity to play in that one as well. Simon Shaw, Megan Smith, who we can talk about later, and Joe van der Linden played there, Big Man and Bear, and Axel. So those are just those are four of the theme shows that I was involved in and had the honor of working with, and can only bring one to have special memories about the Four Winds Music Club. Manville is a whole nother story, and that was my main mission when I was on the committee there, was to revive this awesome event. And throughout time it's been a 2-day event, and the first time we opened as a 1-day event, and I set off to Joburg
Doron,
to arrange funds.
If I can interrupt, yeah, I was
Please
going to say, Dave was going to chat about the Manville a bit later on. He had some anecdotes and things to say.
Oh, okay.
That. Yeah, so
well,
but
I will
going
leave that
back
to
going back to the 27 Club. Doron was actually set up as the radio announcer, which he does anyway, as a almost full-time thing, a fantastic, MC, DJ. And so he was set up on the back of the hall, and he was introducing all the artists coming on with all the discussion about who they
you were
were.
at the back with the sound guy, you mean?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No, sort of, yeah, that's right, yeah. We were sitting at the back, then we set it up. We had a huge sign over our table saying on air, which came on every time I had to speak, and it was really done. It created a nice flawless link from the talking and the introducing of the acts to the music, and it kept people entertained when other acts were setting up. It was awesome. It was just a brilliant show, great idea.
It harks back to, I remember Station 70. Do you remember Station 70 that came down with Mike McCulley and that bunch, probably in the early 90s? And they had Steve Wood, which he was a presenter on Good Hope at that time as well, and they did a similar thing, but it pulls it all together nicely, this DJ on stage. I think Jill Stewart did it as well, a little bit too. Oh, I see Sean Kho saying the 27 Club was my reintroduction to the Four Winds playing with Sibo.
Yeah. Errol might tell you what that means. Yeah. Anyway, if I can, thanks. If I could butt in there, and in memory of our late friend Ken Colley, I'd like to ask if the Judge and Dodger could do a quick play for us.
Let's do it.
There you go. Fantastic. Yeah. brings some happy memories. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to ask Kendal to come and join us. Kendal Beadon, no stranger to Four Winds.
Hello.
He's one of the youngest members of the club, but everybody's younger than me anyway, so just to give you a chat about some of the he's also the tech guy as well. He helps Patrick out, so there might be some anecdotes about sound systems and some crazy things we've had on stage, but otherwise than that, his passion for original music and mentioning some of the guys that have produced some original music, which is what it's all about, I think, Four Winds. So over to you, Kendal.
Thanks, Al. Yeah, awesome to be here. Thanks for having me on. Sort of my role in Four Winds is to help out Patrick. Patrick is not here tonight, he can't join us, but I think he's probably the unsung hero of the Four Winds Club. He has the most thankless task to organize all the sound every week, and the sound requirements tend to vary from week to week as well, quite radically. It can be sort of a one-man acoustic vocal sort of setup, or a six-piece, seven-piece band on any given week. So he's got his work cut out for them there, and the tech at the music kitchen is also pretty sort of challenging to get your head around. It's a much bigger system. In the old days, Four Winds Club sort of used to run off a combination amp mixer PA kind of setup, and you just plug in and turn your volume up, and maybe there's some basic EQ. But now it's like a full-on sort of professional rig that you got to get your head around. So yeah, Patrick does an amazing job to get everything set up, and quite short notice every week as well. There's no time for sound checks in the afternoon and this sort of thing. He's got to sort of.
And
wing
the
it on the
artist don't always tell you what they're going to bring along or what they want to plug in. They say, "No, I just need a mic and a guitar," and up they rock with about 10
Yeah, it
amps
can be
and
very
blah blah blah.
Absolutely.
very haphazard.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a solo, and then he brings his whole band. Wow, they're like all 7 guys plugging in his sitar.
Yeah, surprise. But that's the
But
spirit
the
of
guys
the
manage,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit of the thing. We hoping to accommodate all sorts of people and who we can there, obviously. So you just got to run with it on the night. But yeah, it's my sort of involvement as well is very similar to your story, actually, Gino. Sort of the first spot where I could ever rock up as a youngster and play my original stuff, and people were welcoming. And so my idea was just to sort of help out where I can, basically, to keep that space alive, because I'm still very interested in doing it myself. So, it's pointless sort of sitting around and complaining that you got nowhere to play. So you can put your energy into keeping something going, rather. That's got a long history of doing that. So.
Well, what Doron was saying as well is that the crowd at the folk club, the audience are always, they're forgiving, and I love that about the guys, And there's always like everybody's been there, you've been that first gig, that first time you walked on the stage, and it's so important that you get a bit of encouragement at that time. And the folk club was fantastic. I mean, when I came on, I mean, it was Ken was there standing, take it off at the back, and. I mean, you've always been as well, Alasdair, and the guys over the years, just encouraging, which is really what a muso needs, especially in the beginning.
Absolutely. Yeah, to get the confidence, to carry on, and Kendal, I know has been involved in some original music, some recording, and there's been a couple of others spin-offs from the folk club, musos from the folk club that have done that. And it's quite encouraging to see. I know, obviously, having recorded some stuff during lockdown was a challenge in itself, but we've had a couple of folk musos, Four Winds musos, that have done recordings. I know Tim Hopwood and Jen.
Yeah. It's cool that we've got artists associated with the club who have got music recordings for people to explore, actually. And people should go and check it out. We've got some amazing, wonderful, creative songwriters who are associated with the club and have been for a long time. Like you mentioned, Tim made a really awesome album with Joe, sort of an album of original songs. Joe recorded that. Tim always doing something very interesting and sort of poetic, and brings a very artistic sort of vision to his songwriting. And I think they're going to make another album now. Joe also just recorded, he's obviously got all his own brother's stuff and stuff he does with Etienne, and they've got loads of albums as well. They're always doing like a very interesting thing with like sort of reggae, funk fusion, and mixing in a very African style as well. So Joe's always got his thing going on there. He also recorded a Jen's single that she's got out. Jen Schneeberger has been performing at Four Winds for the last couple of years while she's lived here under the name of Fur. That's F-E-R. Fur is her stage name. She's got a single that she recorded with Joe that's on YouTube as well. And there are all sorts of even our own committee members. Like Claire's got her song that was used for the anti-rhino poaching campaign. that got a lot of publicity. You know, there are a lot of people involved who've got doing their own original music, which is really awesome. And obviously we need to keep encouraging those sorts of people to participate in the sort of regular weekly flow of things and keep it going.
Maybe that's our challenge, is to promote that and find ways of encouraging more people to do recordings. Yeah,
it's great for the young guys to actually put in and see these guys. I mean, Joe is just such an amazing creative guy, you know, throughout the years, an incredible musician. I think you could give him anything, he'll just play it immediately.
He'll play it. Yeah, without blinking. Yeah.
Yes.
On that point, I wanted to bring in, thanks Kendal, bring in Etienne and Joe. I've got a little tune to share with us.
Feel the yearning for water churning, pulling me under the sound of thunder, crawling up for air, like crawling through despair, rolling in my blood, leaving breaks, unleashes blood.
Fantastic.
I love it. Just one note. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom.
Last spot on. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I could ask Errol to come and join us.
Hello,
Where is
Errol.
he?
Oh, there
Hi,
he is.
Errol.
He's
Yeah.
back.
Hi, Gino. Hi, Alasdair.
Hi.
Nice to join you guys.
Yes,
Welcome.
nice to have
Yeah.
you on.
I'm from the States, not the Free States.
Not the Free State.
The sugar. Just come back from a tour of the States, huh? The sugar estates. Yeah.
The sugar estates. Oh, hang on, he's
Where's he
coming.
gone?
Okay, we got him back again. Okay, got him back.
So Errol, yeah, his main function, one of them, is to make the venue look good and do all sorts of things to encourage intimacy and coziness and some sort of ambience. That's the right word I'm looking for in the music kitchen. Sometimes with Ian's approval, and sometimes not. Yeah, Errol?
Yeah, absolutely, Alasdair. I mean, I'll just share this one story. Last year, we decided we needed a new sign, sort of depicting the home of Four Winds. So I got together with Doron, who spoke earlier, who, by the way, is the owner of Bright Sparks. And you can use him for any of your banners or posters, etc.
Signage.
He's a true professional guy. Signage. Any case, so we designed this sign, and we shared that with Ian, sort of the concept. And he said, "Yeah, go ahead. No problem. Put the thing up. So I left it to Doron to get the permission to arrange for the fitting of the show, which he did.
How bigger can you get?
But when we put it up, we saw it was bigger than the Music Kitchen banner, So the committee members lived in fear until the next show, thinking we were going to get kicked out, But at least now people drive past and say, have you seen? Do you know where the Music Kitchen is? But this is the home of Four Winds.
Yeah, they're still looking for the music kitchen, but they'll find Four Winds. Yeah. Anyway, all was kosher. We got the blessing. I think it's Doron's fault. He just made it too big. He had a spare board. I think that was special price. Thanks, Doron.
Yeah.
That was
Thanks,
great.
Doron.
So what we also made, you may recall this. This is sort of like an oil lamp which we put on the tables with the Four Winds sticker on. Which also adds a lot to the ambiance, and the people have really enjoyed the small things that we're trying to do to just make it a bit more cozy.
Yes.
And now we know where the
Sure,
missing
again.
one went.
Yes, yeah. That's a
I'm
prototype.
saying
Yeah.
intimacy. That's interesting. Interesting word. You can take those into the bush with you for your intimacy. Go back.
With the current lockdown rules, we might have to relook at that intimacy part. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I think in general, I think the Music Kitchen is a fantastic venue, and we're just trying to enhance what's already there, just to make it a bit more comfortable for the musos, and also really for the audience who come every week, every fortnight to come and support the shows.
Yeah, yeah. Forgetting to say, of course, we were operating every second Wednesday, which was fine, and there was some continuity. But also to say, the committee members also have a dual function of emceeing shows on a rota basis, and inviting the artists to come and play. And very professional, these guys. I mean, they dig up all sorts of dirt about the musos before they go up, and good stuff as well. Yeah. So the audience know exactly who's playing and what their talents are and where they come from, etc. So that's a step up from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice to share the load, Alasdair. I think the way that we sort of do the different roles, it also takes the burden off that, one doesn't get a bit of burnout. And I think it's good to have a different style of MC every fortnight, which also makes for some interesting shows.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember Dorian Dutoy doing a lot of the MC.
Oh no!
Yeah. He had his day, I think. Yeah, he couldn't.
This is a child-friendly show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dorian was fantastic. He did Splashy as well. Obviously, his voice always going across at Splashy Finn. My first experience of folk club MCing was Dorian at Manville, I think, and he had put two cups on his ears. He'd taken out the bottom of the cups and he put them around his ears so that they stuck out like some sort of alien next to his ears. And he said it was to hear, so you could hear the notes, get the proper experience.
I wonder what he did with those. Anyway, I wonder, because it's Women's Month, I'd like to feature a couple of our ladies. We've had some fantastic talent going through the shows at Four Winds, and although I didn't have video clips of everyone, I picked two that we did have, and wondered if I could ask for the clip on Michaela Kashula, a young lass who's got a tremendous voice and wonderful character too.
Why not leave? Why not go away? Too much hatred, corruption, and greed. Give your life and invariably they leave you with nothing. She's got her ticket. I think she's gonna use it. She's gonna fly away. No one should try and stop her. Persuade her with their power. She says that her mind is made up, and she'll fly, 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 fly away.
Lovely. What a beautiful voice, eh?
And
Strong.
absolutely, yeah, one of my favourites too, certainly. And Faye Gatley is no stranger to the PE music scene, but we caught this video with her and Anita Kami finishing off her show with the last song, doing a duet.
Oh,
So,
I love Faye.
yeah, Faye and Annie.
Just look inside yourself and stand up when you fall down. 'Cause there's sunshine behind the clouds, there's rainbows behind the rain, healing for the pain. Spring comes after the cold, and that's when all the flowers grow. You never have to feel alone. There'll be feel my love.
Just like it. But yeah, last time.
To make you feel my love.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, lovely ladies, lovely ladies.
Absolutely.
So yeah, last on the list is Dave. Last but not least, I'd like to
Dave.
ask Dave to come up and say a few
Hello,
words.
Dave.
Hello all, how are you doing?
And he likes his football too, I think.
I've been watching it, the football without the without the crowd. It's been so crazy watching these guys. They don't fall around as much.
Oh, they do. They're still
Shout-
a bit precious, aren't they? They're still a bit precious.
Yes.
Shout out to Ian and Renee for making the Music Kitchen the best venue in P.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, most
absolutely.
Thank you,
certainly,
Pat.
yes.
Thank you, Pat. Yeah, yeah.
Goes without saying.
So, yeah.
Rudolph
So,
de Beer
so
is
we're always
saying
trying
he
to.
loves it.
Oh yeah, we're always trying to get members, and not Facebook members. So that's Dave's task, and I'm sure he's got some anecdotes on
Is he the membership
On,
guy?
membership. To fall in, and we're going to get millions from tonight. I can see it.
Excellent. We will definitely.
Our admin. Yeah, because there's some special offers, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Over to you, Dave.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
COVID offers.
Well, when
COVID
it comes
offers, yeah.
when it comes to membership of the Four Winds Music Club, we always plug it at our twice weekly shows on Wednesdays, and we always tell people that for 250 rand they get a card and they get a T-shirt that I'm modelling this evening. We all wear them, and you get free entry to all our shows that you normally would pay 20 rand for to get in. But if you come regularly enough, you'll soon pay for that in about 3 months maybe. So for 250 rand, you get the shirt, the card, the free entry. You get discount. You get 10% off at Tempo Music, which is at the top of Cape Road by Moffat Expressway. Lee Gold is also very happy to see our members as well down by 3rd Avenue Walmer. A great big shop there for Lee Gold. And also 10% off the Music Kitchen's fantastic menu of meals. So there's plenty of benefits to be had by being a member of Four Winds Music Club. Plus the togetherness and the camaraderie and just being part of what is really an institution, 1969 until the present day. What a fantastic institution Four Winds Music Club is. And I've been involved for, oh my word, how long? 6, 7 years. I on a committee 2 or 3 years. And it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege. All the things we do, the people we meet, the acts we see, sometimes just fantastic, sometimes just wonderful to see. And, you know, membership, 20 rands to get in on the door, 250 rand for the year. It's an absolute bargain. Hello, Peter Fraser, Milton Keynes. How you doing?
There we go.
All right.
I don't know who that is. Somebody from the Facebook group. I think.
I've been to his
Facebook-
house.
It's-
I've
it's
got a great
my-
photograph
it's my
of
brother-in-law.
Peter Fraser. Peter Fraser had is it an iguana or a chameleon? And a
chameleon, he's a chameleon,
Yeah, a chameleon walking up my arm, and I'm absolute shock. So I wonder if he's ever forgotten that. My word.
Oh, fantastic. So we drumming up. That sounds like a bloody good thing. That deal with a T-shirt and a whole thing. What is the membership like at the moment? Is it have you got a lot of guys in there?
The membership is quite small. The thing with membership is people tend to think of Facebook as membership, and on that note, it's very appropriate to say that the next person who joins our Facebook page as a member will be the 1,000th person. We are currently standing. I kid you not, like Mark Boucher's wicket-keeping dismissals, we are standing on 999. And so the next person to join our Facebook will be our 1,000th. And we have so many people coming and wanting to be invited to join the Facebook page. Even now, when we are not very active, we're getting people most days saying, please can I join the Facebook page for Four Winds Music Club? And on that Facebook page, you'll see everything from archive clips to events and things to do with personalities. It's fantastic. But when it comes to membership, the membership is quite small. We encourage it as much as we can. And there's plenty of benefits to be had. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
for
hopefully
sure.
from tonight.
Because
yeah.
the more
If we
they
could get
are,
all
the-
those Facebook guys, 250 rand a time, we'd be. we could
and it really
Tremendous.
does. I mean, if
Build
you
our own
consider
venue.
that it's a ticket to a concert, actually 250 rand, and
Exactly.
you get
Well-
the whole year's membership plus T-shirts and plus, and then also you're supporting the
pays
local
back.
musicians because those young guys
Yeah.
that are coming through, you've got to have them, man.
I'm not joking. There's sometimes on the end of a Wednesday evening, we've gone up on the stage. If I've been emceeing or whoever's emceeing, we'll get up at the end of the evening and say, "Look what you folks have got for 20 rand this evening." It's no joke. It's fantastic. And if you're a member, you get it even more so. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So come on, members, come and
on,
join.
yes.
Yeah. The
Go
phone's
on, you
ringing.
bastards.
It's pouring. Yeah.
Off the hook.
And Dave, Dave was part of Manville last year, of course, very much so. I think he got the accolade as being the best MC because all the members, the committee members, had a chance to do MC, and Dave outshone us. But I just wanted Dave to say a few words about Manville last year, which could have been one of our best, forever.
Tremendous.
Amazing
I love
Manville.
that poster. Great poster from Doron.
Yeah.
Well, Manville. Well, one thing about being MC is you get carte blanche to get up and talk rubbish for a few minutes, and no one kicks me off, which I like. No one tells me to shut up, but that's what happens at home. But if I'm at Music Kitchen, no one tells me to shut up. Manville happened again. The reinvention of Manville came kind of 2018 at the end of April. It was April 2018 when we had
it's quite late.
a one-dayer. And it went from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till about 10:30. And then because 1969 was our 50th anniversary year, we thought we'd push the boat out somewhat and maybe gamble a little bit and go for a 2-day affair. And we had we had a 5 till 10:30 on the Friday, and we had a 1 o'clock till 10:30. It went to 11:30 on the Saturday. The weather was fantastic. We had load shedding, so we had the generator going for maybe 3 hours. And that didn't deter us because the quality of the people. Yeah, the quality of the people we had on. Or just look at that poster in front of you. We had people from out of town. We made sure we got people from out of town. Steve Newman. We had the Watsons from Jeffreys Bay. We had Mark Maingard from St Francis. Dave Goldblum, Ed Johnson. We had people who travelled to be with us on that day, and the weather was great. We had families. We had food trucks. We had picnic baskets, we had local coverage, we had a ball, we had a fantastic time. And we overran a bit. We knew some people were overrunning by the late afternoon, but it didn't matter because people stayed and they really, really had a great time. And that was Manville 2019. And Lee Gold, as you can see on the poster, Lee Gold did us proud with the sponsorship. It's fantastic.
I mean, that's what Manville's all about, is running over. That's what you want.
It's very difficult. Some folk to get them off the stage, when they get going.
Yes, well,
unfortunately, you have to drive them off, switch the sound off. Switch the sound off and say, "Oops, generator's gone."
Oh, my word. I see. Alan Godwin and Sean Ho saying Alan Godwin and I did the sound for Manville a number of times in the late 90s. Remember Dave Goldman always asking for more monitors during his set. It was quite nostalgic watching Dave at Manville last year. Still asking for more monitors. Say Africa.
Well, Manville was April last year, and as the sun was going down, let's say what it was, maybe 7:30 or 7 o'clock, maybe April. I don't know. And as the sun was going down, the atmosphere increased, and you had the likes of Dave Goldblum coming on with the lights, and Red Edquist and Ed Allen, Steve Newman. It was just fantastic. It's something I won't forget for a long, long time. And earlier in the day, we had the local guys like, we had Claire, we had Damien Williams and people like that. Big Man and Bear, Hugo Clénance, Megan Dutoy. What a selection! What a fantastic variety! Yeah, brilliant.
It was absolutely. Yeah,
and these people always play. Go on.
I think that vibe with take your picnic and get your food and park off on the grass and watch a concert. I mean, it's just the best, I love it.
Yes.
So we're planning one this year, but of course that had to be postponed. We'll see what happens next year. Postpone it. Yeah.
We had Manville 2018. We all turned up probably quite early to get seats out, to get the the sound, the lighting. Patrick was doing stuff. We all got there nice and early, get rubbish bins out, get the toilets equipped, everything else. And we all turned up, and there was a wedding going on. We were double booked. And there was a wedding happening, and they were in no hurry. We were eager to get set up. They were in no hurry. And the more we threw our eyes up and rolled our eyes around, the more stubborn they became. And we tried to drop a few hints, and this pastor was giving it loads from the top, and the crowd were turning up halfway, 3/4 of the way through the service in their minibuses and taxis, and they were in no hurry, and everyone strolled in, ambled in. We're trying to get the chairs ready, the sound ready, the lights ready, and we're trying.
They were using our sound as well.
We were using our
sound
system, and we're trying to get rid of them and say, will you please, hurry it up? But oh no, they went slower and slower and slower, and we promised ourselves that one day we'd laugh about this.
And we are.
No. About 3 days later, we did laugh about it.
Anyway, thanks.
They're still married.
Probably not.
I don't care.
Anyway, that kind of winds up. But I'd like to just sort of bring on a couple of vids we've got. So we talk about crazy acts and something different. Two guys for a group duo called The Goodness. I'd like you to have a quick glance at.
Oh yeah,
an Afrikaans guy and a folk rapper or folk reggae artist together. Have a listen to The Goodness.
Please don't break, for goodness sake. Don't break for the goodness sake. Don't break for the goodness sake. No, we come to rock up the place. We come to rock up the place. Don't break for goodness sake. Don't break up for goodness sake. We come to rock up the place. We come to rock up the place. It's all about the goodness. It's all about the goodness. It's all about the goodness. Hear this. It's all like the niceness one. On and on. I know you really wanna have some fun. So good to see the music make a bounce a lot. That's how the goodness comes. That's how the love that is a one niceness one. On and on. I know you really wanna have.
Yeah, that was at the Lani Sami, something different there. And there's an audience in the front. You don't see them, but that was the stage with the couches. You could fall asleep. But
That's very
and the last one,
well.
also from the Lani Sami, we all know great character, Jorn Allen, and crazy guy. Just thought we'd have to include him on this tune.
Dance with me. Once we stop, we want some more.
Broken string and everything. Yes, that's sure. Also the Lani Sami. That winds it up from our side. We've
Fantastic.
put on a few ideas and thoughts and videos. Yeah.
Yes,
thank
guys.
You guys. Thank you for having us.
There you go. Mary saying PE-ness. I remember that.
Did you?
The PE-ness by
yes,
Yanni and Bastian, was it?
Yeah, that's right. They were fantastic. Yeah.
But oh man, thank you so much, Alasdair, for coming on tonight.
Thank you
Gino,
for having us. Really.
Gino, I still have my prize.
Ah, look at that!
Fits and leads. Wonderful.
Dave, you got it. You won the prize a while ago.
We still have some. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, there you go.
You had that 10 last year.
No, this is my prize. Yeah, thank you. It's been a real tonic.
I've got a font of Fitch and Leeds in here.
I'll bet you have, yeah.
Brent, you're on the Pioneer Bushman Blues, absolutely, yeah. And a lot of other stuff too.
But thank you so much for coming to Gino's spot, guys.
Thank you,
Wow,
guys.
fantastic.
Thank you for having us.
We are
Fantastic.
Thank you, Gino.
We're going to do
Thank
another
you,
one,
Gino.
and we're going to bring you on because we want to do the history. I want to hear the history of the folk club. I've got, I believe you were saying you've got folk 72 and 73 or something, and I've got folk 74 here from Neil Thompson.
Yeah, fantastic.
So
we must collaborate.
Bring the
yeah.
history.
We're trying to remember that far back, yeah, but
Yes,
it's possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Look in the archives.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. It's fantastic.
Gino, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gino.
Well done.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much.
Dave,
Yeah,
Doron,
Gino.
and Alistair, thank you so much. And thank you to Alistair's
Thank
family
you.
for putting up with his with his preparation today as well. Thank you for co-hosting.
Yeah, well done, Al.
Yeah.
That was very spick and
Exactly.
span.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, guys. Well done. Yeah.
All right, guys. There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more thing to do for the people left online, and that is to have the competition. First of all, thank you very much to Fitchin Leeds, our sponsors, and Amibia for our internet. And we are going to do a little competition. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually play guitar for this compo, I decided. So I've got my electric guitar out, and I'm going to do 3 songs. I'm going to play you 3 introductions. Because you guys are watching the folk club stuff, you will win if you can guess the 3 bands. I'll give just the bands. 3 bands, okay? There are 3 bands that I'm going to play the songs, the introductions of their songs. I want the 3 bands in the comments. The first one to put in all 3 bands in one comment wins the Fitchin Leeds hamper, which will be taken to you. Doesn't matter where you are in the country, it'll come to you. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. All right, here we go. It's a little Telecaster, and we got a little amplifier, and a platran. That is what you need, a platran. All right. All right, I'm going to do three introductions. 3 of them, and then you will guess. You will tell me the bands. Which 3 bands are they? I want the ones. If you won before, you can't win again. So you've got to hold back. You can wait until then, and then you can do it afterwards. Just so I know you got it right. All right. So it's 3 bands I want to hear. The first introduction goes like this. Okay, I won't go there. All right, what band is that? And then I want the second one. The second band we're going to do is this one. All right. I want the band. That's 2. That's 2 for now. All right. So the last one is an easy one. That's it. I want those 3. I want the 3. The first one. The second one. And we have a winner. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Ghost. Sean Ghost, you're the winner! And you're going to get a hamper of Fitchin Leeds delivered to you in Port Elizabeth. Sean Ghost, of course, from Old Days Pop Shop. Yes, I'm glad you won it tonight. All right, thank you very much to everybody for joining us tonight at Gino's Spot. On Tuesday, we have the Folk Lords. It's the Folklords on Tuesday, our Folklords show from Centre Stage. We are going to be bringing in the guys from the Folklords show, and we're going to be chatting to them about the show and with the music. And it was a fantastic show, and it was good fun. So we got all of them there. Thank you to Amobia. Thank you to Fitch and Leeds. We'll see you again on Tuesday. All right. Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot. Gino's spot. Get to Gino's spot. Gino's spot. Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your mental.